90.5. Does anybody know why this number gained prominence last year? The plastic waste crisis has won the attention of Britain's Royal Statistical Society, which has chosen 90.5%, the proportion of plastic that has never been recycled, to be its international statistic of last year. Now, to explain the significance of the number, I want you to watch a small video.
It has it. It's not a book, right? I mean, he can't. No, she can't get a book in there.
If you could,
Try to. No, but then we lose the leverage to actually grab it right now. What is it? Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry. Careful, Mecto. Oh, Mecto, don't. No.
See or no?
No say. No. Yeah, could you, one of the swabs, the sterile swabs, could you put them into the iodine and then we're just gonna try to clean it? No, pero no es un poco para el canales. Plastico? Is it a straw? Don't tell me it's a freaking straw. Because it looked like in Germany we have we have those with a black stripes. That would. It's a freaking straw up her freaking nostril.
That's plastic. There's no bone.
How many of you watched the video without flinching or waiting for it to get over? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the result of just one straw. A straw that was carelessly disposed by us, a straw that ended up in the oceans and eventually caused the pain to the turtle that you witnessed right now. Incidentally, this one straw is part of the problem that I want to solve. A 5 trillion piece problem that is plaguing us today. The problem of what you throw in the oceans. Hello everyone, my name is Haaziq Kazi. I am 13 years old and I alone have a plastic debt of roughly 78 kilograms and counting. So, in case you're wondering, what is plastic debt? It is the amount of non-recycled plastic which is we humans leave behind on this planet. According to a study, for every person in India, 6 kilograms of plastic is not recycled annually. For the average American, it is an even more astounding 90 kilograms of plastic that is not recycled annually. Imagine in a lifetime how much plastic is left behind because of us. When we die, our bodies go back to Mother Earth, but the plastic debt is left behind as a legacy for the coming generations. Did you know that we already have more plastic in the oceans than stars in the Milky Way? Or, if we were to take all the plastics from the oceans and pile it up, do you know how far distance it would cover? Take a guess. It would be enough to stack 2-liter bottles from here to the moon and back, twice. Some of the stories we commonly hear nowadays are stories of dead whales. It has happened in Indonesia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Spain. Whales washing up on beaches, dead or dying, their stomachs stuffed with plastic. More recently, there was a story of a pregnant sperm whale that had washed up on the beaches of Italy in the last week of March and had 22 kilograms of plastic in its stomach and a dead fetus. The beach mammal's remains contains garbage bags, fishing nets, ropes, the bag of a washing machine liquid still identifiable with brand and barcode, and among other objects. It's ironic, isn't it? Every time I see people eating fish, I wonder, are they eating fish or plastic? Because the plastic we dispose that ends up in the ocean might have been consumed by the same fish that ends up on our plate. Talk about karma. With so much happening around us, I knew I had to do something about this. Hence, I came up with an idea of an invention that will help make the oceans a cleaner place. An ocean cleaner called ERVIS. ERVIS is an intelligent ship that sucks waste from the ocean surface and cleans it. It all started a few years back. I had watched some documentaries and a TED talk of Boyne Slam about how he wanted to clean the oceans. A few days later, as I came home from playing football, my mom asked me to wash my hands. And as I went to the sink to get the dirt off, I observed as a whirlpool of water going down the drain. An idea came to my mind, and I smiled. I drew and created a rough model, a circular ship with saucers attached. A very futuristic design, much like the USS Enterprise from Star Trek. Come on, we all love the series, right? This was just the first draft. The propellers weren't automated and it only lasted a full 7 seconds in water before coming apart. But there it was, my ERVIS, my vision of changing the oceans. While guzzling down innumerable cups of hot chocolate, you know, I'm still a kid, no coffee for me. I zeroed down on the following things I really wanted ERVIS to do. First, to clean the current waste floating in the oceans. Second, to analyze the data from the waste which we collect. And third, to stop that source, which is getting disposed by the ships. I also realized that a circular shape was not very efficient, and that I had to redesign my ship to be more hydrodynamic. So here's how it works. The ship is essentially a large boat powered by solar and renewable natural gas with various compartments and saucers surrounding it. The saucers float on the surface, gravitate to create a whirlpool to pull the waste towards its center, which is then sent through a tube to various chambers in the ship. Before the chambers, we have an infrared sensor which alerts ERVIS for marine life. The first chamber is the oil chamber, which collects waste oil. The next 4 chambers are for large, medium, small, and micro waste respectively. Once the waste enters the chambers, ERVIS analyzes, segregates, and compacts it, and pumps the filtered water back into the oceans, all without harming marine life in the process. In the future, I see myself tackling other ocean problems, like the waste which lies at the bottom of the sea and the one on beaches. I would also like to do more research on innovative ways to recycle the waste. While I've been working on ERVIS ship, meeting a lot of people and youth, I have met some very motivated youngsters who have shared similar thoughts on wanting to bring a change to the problem. With that in mind, I have created the ERVIS Foundation, dedicated to bringing a generational change in the way the youth of today deals with plastic. We have already aligned ourselves with UN SDGs 12 and 14. Here at the ERVIS Foundation, we are focusing on education and research, incubating new ideas similar to ERVIS ship and make a real difference. This is just the beginning of a small hope I have that my generation is going to reverse the wave of the plastic pollution crisis and restore the natural habitat of the marine world. Thank you.